Hey, second graders, it's Mrs. Dragisich. I'm back with another great book by David Wiesner. So last week, you guys got to explore his wonderful wordless picture book, Sector 7. Well, he has another story for us that is equally as good. It involves vegetables and different places. So we're going to share today June 29th, 1999. And I love that it has some connections to books that we've read already. If you go back to the beginning of the school year, we spent time reading Rah Rah Radishes by April Pulley Sayer. So there's a text-to-text connection right away with the vegetables. If you look at the cover for June 29th, 1999, you'll see that there are vegetables. And if I move it in a little bit closer, maybe you can tell which ones are there. And you'll see that there are some balloons too. I can only imagine what's going to happen in the story as we get started. And before we get to the title page, we see the balloons again. So June 29th, 1999, written and illustrated by David Wiesner. The place is Ho-Ho-Kus, New Jersey. The year is 1999. On May 11th, after months of careful research and planning, Holly Evans launches vegetable seedlings into the sky. On May 18th, the young scientist reports on her experiment. Holly intends to study the effects of extraterrestrial conditions on vegetable growth and development. She expects the seedlings to stay aloft for several weeks before returning to Earth. Her classmates are speechless. The date is June 29th. Shortly after sunrise, a member of the Billings, Montana Moose Lodge, hiking through the Rocky Mountains, makes a startling discovery. Robert Burnaby is in a daze when he returns to camp, and all he can say for the next several hours is turnips. All over the country, the skies fill with vegetables. Cucumbers circle Kalamazoo. Lima beans loom over Levittown. Artichokes advance on Anchorage, and parsnips pass by Providence. And broccoli lands with a big bounce in Holly Evans' backyard. In Ottumwa, Iowa, Tony Kramer emerges from his barn and shouts for joy. At last, the blue ribbon at the state fair is mine. By mid-afternoon, all vegetables float safely to the ground. Except for the peppers. For some reason, they needed a little help. TV news channels broadcast 24-hour coverage of the airborne vegetable event. Cauliflower carpets California, spinach blankets Greenwich, and arugula covers Ashatuba. Holly is puzzled. Arugula is not part of her experiment. Vegetables become very big business. Peas from Peoria are shipped down the Mississippi to Mobile in exchange for eggplant. Real estate booms in North Carolina. Avocados bolster Vermont's economy. Potato land is wisely abandoned, and the Big Apple is renamed the Big Rutabaga. Arugula, eggplant, avocado, and now rutabaga. As the list of vegetables that Holly did not plant grows longer, she concludes that the giant specimens are not the result of her experiment. More curious than disappointed, Holly asks herself, what happened to my vegetables? And whose broccoli is in my backyard? The place is the ionosphere. On June 29th, the Arcturian star cruiser Alula Borealis was touring its sixth planet in 4 days, and the captain had just pointed out the fjords of Norway off the port side. In the galley, an assistant fry cook accidentally jettisoned the entire food supply. As their vegetables drifted toward the small blue planet below, everyone on board had the same thought. Where would their supper come from? And as I show you the last illustration, I hope you're able to see that the extraterrestrials have a chance at something for dinner because of Holly's science experiment. So I hope you enjoyed today's story and enjoy the activity that goes along with it.